Oh, hang on, I'm going to shut that mixer and reopen it.
There we go. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, are we live?
It's a silent crowd. Yeah, we're live.
Are we live? Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special edition of Let's Talk. We are now bringing to you Let's Talk Conspiracy Theories with your host, Germinator.
Hello.
That was a bit there. He's away in Norway somewhere. He's got a bit of a lag.
No, I'll try to check the stream. There we go. We're all good.
I
am back.
Also got Rage Monkey.
Yeah, good evening.
Rage Monkey's with us. And Jimmy Diesel.
Hello.
Hello, and myself, Hammersbank. I'm going to hand straight over to you, Germinator, because I'm getting very excited about the topics today.
Right, let's talk.
That's all for you.
Right. Has
Okay.
anybody, obviously you all have, because they don't know this, but before I slipped up and told him already. But has anybody heard of the term predictive programming?
No, I have not.
Until today, no.
And yeah, no.
What it is because people believe the government is behind, I think it's something like 75% of all conspiracies. People now believe that over a certain period of time, whether it's 2 weeks, 6 years, 20 years, they will slowly introduce the idea of something to you through cartoons, social media, video games, anything like that. So if you take the Two Towers, for example, there's a lot of cartoons and that have the buildings falling down. There's a lot of movies that reference it. There's even computer games that reference the Two Towers being blown up in some shape or form. Does anybody believe that's a possible thing where they soften us to the idea of something happening over years?
Yes.
Or do you think it's mental?
No.
So it's sort of like subliminal messaging.
Yeah. That's the idea.
Is that what you? Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. I've got it.
I can actually
Yeah,
give
they've been doing it for ages like that. Like
I can give you a great example of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's seen it. There was a TV show in America called The Lone Gunman. Has anyone heard of it?
No, I haven't.
No.
Well, they did an episode, and it was about a terrorist. Now get this. They hijacked a Boeing 747 and flew it into the World Trade Center, but it was radio controlled by the elite of the world, which you would call the not the Illuminati, the Masons. You know, like the Freemason Society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're looking at MJ12, like you've got Majestic 12, and the government of you've got this. Is it? Oh, what are they called? The NSA, the CIA, and there's another branch of the military apparently that work and don't answer to anyone, which is pretty much the same as MJ12. But you've got to watch the show, The Lone Gunman. It's I mean, I never believed it. I watched it, and it was unbelievable. The way, I mean, it was brought out on TV 3 months before 9/11. And it was exactly what happened. 2 planes in the towers.
Oh yes,
and in my opinion, holograms and stuff, yeah.
That's what the idea is behind this theory, is that they soften you to the idea, so when it does happen, you're not that shocked by it?
Yeah, I can understand that, especially after seeing that.
But what I was going to say is sort of like a counter-argument. Because these things are portrayed for 20... Because there was one cartoon that shows it going back 20 years. Would they not get to a point where a terrorist group like ISIS would come across that program and take the idea from there themselves?
Coming up on the quarry.
Well, that's a spanner in the
That's
works,
probably that might be where they got it from. You never know.
Well, it could be, couldn't it? The idea.
No, you can't watch
It's the
American
World Trade
TV
Center.
shows
We all
in
know
a
that it was the
cave.
government that did it.
Well,
You can't watch American TV shows in where?
in a cave.
In a
He is
cave.
right. He is right.
They've got air conditioning, they've got everything in them caves. They've got Sky, Virgin, a lot.
If they can get hold of an SA-80 rifle, I'm sure they can watch TV in a cave.
Wait. I just pictured a Virgin van outside the cave going, is it
Yeah,
you, mate?
fitting it. Yeah, we need it fitting in here.
Where do I run the lead?
Yeah. Hold on, I've got to ring the office. Here, mate.
What's going on? Jumping in, Phil.
There's some fella in here with a funny beard. Bin
Don't
what's
play
your
it, I
name?
swear.
Bin Laden or something.
Oh,
He wants the XL package. It's,
Is
Well,
anyone
we all
else
know that.
streaming?
Looks like I'm the only one left.
no,
No.
you're
No,
why?
why?
I think my stream's froze.
No, I'm still watching it.
Oh yeah? Oh, I'm not getting a timer.
Yeah, it's going.
It's stuck at 2 minutes.
It's mixed up. It's still going. I'm watching it.
Oh right, sorry, my fault. Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, mine was showing
Just do
54
uptime.
minutes, and I've been up 15.
Yeah, anybody who does
give
come
up
across
time
this
on
on YouTube, we do stream live on Mixer as well.
Yeah, this is. I'll try. I don't want to edit stuff out too much, but I'll try to. Just saying.
We was talking about whether they could come across the program, because I think they could come across it and then be like, if they see enough programs that shows the Two Towers as the most iconic thing in America, because when you see like a program and they knock them buildings down, everybody panics. Is that not what you want to achieve as a terrorist group?
No, see now, if I was a
That's what
terrorist,
terrorism
my
is, isn't it?
target would have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
Lady
Create
Liberty.
terror.
Yeah, but that caused as much panic
but
as
there's
knocking
no-
down the tower filled with people.
No, but it would cause immense harm. I mean, I know that did anyway.
Yeah.
But you take out the American symbol, which, although they did with the wealth, I don't know actually.
But-
Either way, I don't believe it was terrorists that did it. Not for a second.
It wasn't.
Right, but this is
It was.
this
It
is
wasn't
the, this is
terrorists.
the
How
point.
could they- The building
Right, how
fell
can a terrorist be
straight
called a
down.
terrorist in their own country? Right, okay. It's the government. We all know it's the fucking government. They're just trying to fucking cover it up.
How did Building 7 fall? Why did Building 7 fall?
Right.
Why
Greenwich
did Building
Apartments.
7 implode?
When they went down, they didn't, did they?
Oh, don't talk about
No.
Greenwich.
No, it's too late. It's there. It's the same with the fucking
Oh,
Twin Towers. When they come down as a controlled demolition.
No, it wasn't.
How was it not? It come down straight.
Yeah?
see
Plane
what
coming
you
to the
done there,
fucking
Mike?
side of it.
If
Oh, I
they'd
swore
used a
they
bigger
were.
plane, it would have come down.
Has anyone-
It just took away the structural integrity and it just fell down.
Have you ever looked at... No, see, now this is where I'm going to call it now. Because if you've ever looked at a plane, the blueprints of a plane, the wings hold fuel, yeah? On the
Yeah.
747s. How
Yeah.
the hell did a fiberglass wing rip out
Yeah.
steel beams?
What?
How?
It didn't rip them out at all. It shook them so
they weren't-
much. The
I
force
can
that
show
the
you a photo
so
now that's
how
got a
fast was
picture
that
of a
plane
wing
going?
shape.
How
Doesn't matter,
fast was
fiberglass.
that plane going?
It
You've
couldn't
got
have been
the
flying that hard for that long.
747 plane. It's not got a fiberglass wing.
They have the wings are designed to crumble on impact because of the fuel in them.
Right.
There's no
But they're not
way a wing of a
fiberglass.
there is well they might not be, but the wing of a 747, that
Yep.
shape in the building, the wing would never have done that. It's not got the structural integrity to take out what should have been
Windows.
the strongest building in the world.
It's
it
not
took
though.
out
It
steel
wasn't.
beams
It was
and
proven it
everything. There
wasn't.
was- You mean it wasn't?
It wasn't.
Yeah, by the
Because
government.
if they'd
They flew a
been
frickin'
so
explosion into it, didn't they?
747's one of the biggest planes there is, yeah.
Yeah.
If they would have gone in with 737s or the next one down, that the trade centres would still be standing. It was the
Okay,
force
well then
that
why was
and the
there-
mass of the
why was-
plane that hit it that actually unstable, like made the whole structure unstable, and that's how it fell.
So why
tell
was
you
there
what,
thermite
right, it's
found at
physics.
Ground Zero?
Okay, physics this.
Sorry?
Get your fiberglass fishing rod and smash it against the frickin' bus stop. Tell me what
It's
happens to your
not
rod.
fiberglass.
Yeah,
The wings
fiberglass
of a
fishing rod.
747 is not fiberglass.
Every aircraft
Right,
is
okay, but
fiberglass.
why was there
not.
thermite found at
It's the
Ground
only
Zero?
way
Thermite,
that they
super
can fly.
thermite. We're talking super thermite on the ground at Ground Zero, which should never have existed in the buildings of the Twin Towers. And there is proof of that. It is there. It is in the documents. It is in every firefighter found it. Why was there super thermite at the World Trade Centers?
I don't know, but a force of a plane hitting a building
I don't
that
know, but the
size
force
with
of the
that
plane-
mass. No, the force of a plane hitting a building that fast will
Would not make
do
thermite.
structural damage.
Yeah, but
I
it
didn't
wouldn't
say
make
it would.
thermite. So why was there thermite there? If it wasn't the
I have
government,
no
why
idea.
was there thermite?
I don't know.
This is the government. I
But,
don't know how many more times we can say it.
right,
Look at the Pentagon. The Pentagon got hit by a plane, and it had a fucking hole in the centre. That was it. Like a rocket had hit it.
Yeah, it's
Yet
not
the
gonna
World
hit ya.
Trade Centers went straight downwards. They imploded from the
Just-
the fucking 100,000th
it's a moth.
floor.
just to ask, Rick. So Nigel and Jim, you obviously believe that the government can soften the blow by putting stuff in programs to inherit that it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, but
Sorry, mate.
what I believe,
Was that-
my belief on that is not to soften it. What I think it is people look at conspiracy theorists as absolute nutcases, right? I mean, we've established that. They all say, "Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. He's mental." It's not a conspiracy theory until the government calls it a conspiracy theory. They are the first ones to ever call them. Everyone else goes, "Oh, hang on, is that plausible?" But
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist was invented by the government. So
But for-
therefore, I think
for-
they do that to soften it.
For legal reasons, we shall call them all conspiracy theories. Because I don't want to get sued by anyone. So, unless proven otherwise, they're all theories.
No, I get that, but I think the term, in my personal opinion, which can't be sued for because everyone's allowed an opinion, my personal opinion is that the term conspiracy theorist was made to guide people away from that train of thought.
you're obviously right. Because if you say, like with anything, if I say the sky's blue and you come out and say it's not, it's this colour, and I say you're mental, then obviously people are gonna.
It's black.
It's easier to point at you and say
Thank
you're
you.
mental, and everybody else to jump on that bandwagon. So the job of proving,
Yeah.
say, that's why it's known as a conspiracy theory, because it's harder to prove it than just for people to take it on board.
Unless you find thermite at ground zero.
Yeah, but that's a story for
Thank
another day. We can cover that, and whoever wants to cover that one. I
No,
just
not
wanted,
me.
Yeah, next week.
I wanted to know
I'll
if
fucking
anybody
cover it.
thought it was plausible that the government could sort of tell you
Yeah.
the future
Yes. Oh,
without
yeah.
you really
Yeah.
knowing they're
Mid-
telling you the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging's been done for years.
Well, even on a scale of something that
Supermarkets.
big.
Wait for it.
Yes.
We'll change it round. We'll go, no, it hasn't.
But,
Oh, maybe
but
it
is,
is.
I just want to know, is the idea of a terrorist coming across that program and then taking on that idea just as plausible?
No.
I think so.
Yeah, I do as well.
No, I don't think anyone in the world has ever sat there, watched The Simpsons and gone, maybe we should do that. I mean, you didn't see them fly past in a plane going, "The Bart, the..."
Yeah, but it's been in more than just The Simpsons. The Simpsons is the most
No, I get that. But
because it predicts
if
Trump
we say
as
that,
well.
you can look back at Back to the Future and all of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can go back so far that it's everywhere. So
Oh, the Marty McFly is very good on the pod.
they probably tried to get hold of the flying car, but it wasn't available. But that's a story for another
We need a DeLorean.
Fuck's sake.
Right, just before
Oh,
we
there
go
we
on
go,
to the
we've ruined it.
Mandela Effect,
Oh,
I have a fun theory that was proven fact. Who owns an
a
iPhone?
fun theory? Wait, hang on, fun theory. What's fun theory mean? I own an iPhone.
Right, iPhone come out after they were threatened legal action to
Oh, yeah.
tell people that they do slow people's phones down and it's in the interest of the battery, not their sales.
Yep,
There
and
you
we
go.
was all called conspiracy theorists for that.
And that was proven fact. So
Yep,
that one's out there now.
yeah.
Hurry in, Rat. How you doing, mate? I can't see you because my chat ain't up.
Who is it?
How can I play it when... Are you talking about Fools, though? This is a demo, mate. Right, anyway.
I believe he interrupted the Mandela Effect for that.
Who wants to start with the Mandela Effect? Nice. Do you want to take it away, or shall I give you my one bit that? Shall I give you my one
Course he
bit that I
does.
know,
We'll let
and
him.
then
Right.
you can take the rest?
I'll tell you what. If you do your one bit that you know,
Yeah.
I will give you some amazing Mandela Effect stories.
All right. Well, the Mandela Effect is. Let me check it again because I don't fully understand it.
Hello, I'm Anna, your automated
Hello, Anna.
natural navigation
Right, the
assistant.
Mandela Effect is
I'll help you
evidence that
explore
you
the
may have
festival
experienced
and
events
find
from a different
activities throughout
reality.
the UK.
Finding others with similar memories can affirm this. So, like, anybody seen the film Saw?
Yes.
Right. What does Saw say? The little puppet. What does he say to people?
You want to play a
Do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game? Yeah.
Do you want to play a game?
play a
Go
game?
watch the films or the YouTube clips and see what he really says.
Okay, rookie. I have plotted your route to a new.
Anybody want to know
He
what he
You're
doesn't
telling
says?
me he
You wanna
doesn't
play-
say that?
Do you want to
No,
play?
You're
with me?
telling me he
says-
doesn't say that.
He says, "I want to play a game."
Your radio should have presets.
Fuck off.
Now, I
Sorry,
was
YouTube.
certain it said, "Do you want to play a game?" I was 100% sure
Ah.
that said, "Do you want to play a game?"
XS.
Everybody else
Yeah.
agrees on that, yeah?
400
You
Yeah.
want to play a game?
So this is what I'm talking about. We could be in some sort of simulation where that is what's said, but somehow we've switched reality now, and it's "I want to play a game," because that's actually what he says in the film.
Turn left.
Have you rewatched the film, or have you just watched YouTube clips?
I've re-seen the film as well. It says, "I want to play a game."
Right. Yeah, I'll give you one now. That will. I'll give you two. Two that will shit all yours. Right. Sorry, YouTube. I've got to stop doing that. I get excited. I can't help it. Oh, it's so good.
You have
Who
arrived
has
at your
seen
destination.
Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
Right. What is the most iconic line from Silence of the Lambs?
I haven't seen it. I don't think.
It's where he goes. It's where he goes. He says, "Hello, Clarice," doesn't he?
That's what. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Jimmy just done that.
That
Yeah.
line doesn't even exist. No, that line in the film does not exist.
This is why
Is it in the
people-
trailer?
Where is it?
This is why people are
Is
talking
it in
about
the
the
trailer?
Mandela Effect.
No, it's not even in the trailer. It was never said.
Are you sure?
What?
That's the TV show, isn't it?
No, wait.
The
Hang
first
on, I'm
film.
getting the facts for you now. I've got other facts ready, but I haven't got that one ready. Where is it? Mandela Effect, right. So, it says here, this is this person quoting it now. This isn't from me, this is someone on Reddit. It says, I grew up watching the movie and I clearly remember the scene where Clarice walks into Hannibal in his cell for the first time. He says, "Hello, Clarice." Now I see there's no evidence of that, of that he says that. What the fuck did I watch? And he says, where is it? I think he says "good evening" or something like that. It's good to see you again. But it's not actually in the film. It's actually in a parody of the film.
This
Right,
is-
let's go back to ones I actually know about. Right, like, let's go with Star Wars. Who remembers the most iconic line in Star Wars?
not a Star Wars fan, but I might do.
May the force be with you.
No, it's "Luke, I am your father."
Oh, right, yeah.
May the force be with you
Yeah.
is more of an iconic line than
Right, both
Luke,
are
I am your
iconic.
father.
I'm just
Luke,
No,
I am your
Luke-
father is probably the most shocking line in it.
Actually,
The one that brings.
the most iconic line in Star Wars is "I've got a bad feeling about this," and BB-8 says it in some funny robot talk. But "Luke, I am your father" was a phrase that was said by Darth Vader. Yeah, does everyone remember that?
Yeah.
It,
Where he goes,
yeah.
"I am your father."
Yeah, I remember.
No, search your
doesn't
feelings.
say-
You know the truth.
That line doesn't exist. He says, "No, I am your father."
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, why didn't you just say that when I said, "Does everyone remember Luke, I am your father"? Too late now. Too late.
round of the Horizon
Right,
Road
well,
racing series.
as not
How
being
would I
a
know
fan
what
of
you
it, I
drive
remember
like
it
that?
as Luke,
But
I'm
it
your
doesn't
father.
start until autumn.
Yeah,
Be
no,
yourself until then.
it's search your feelings. You know it to be true. No, I am your father. Or it says Obi-Wan told me that you killed him, and he goes, no, I am your father. I remember it like that.
Wow, you really are.
He's hardcore.
Right, well, you're,
But
see,
I have
this is-
seen that
this
film
is the
so many
argument, though.
times.
Yeah, but this is the argument for the Mandela Effect. There are people in the world who will never remember him saying, "No, I am your father."
What do you say?
Probably because they've only seen it once and they just listen to everyone
No,
that says it. Luke, I am your
I've seen that
father.
film so many times, and I always thought it was
I
Luke, I am
bel-
your father.
I believe that there's an advert at the moment that actually says, "No, Luke, I am your father,"
In 200
There probably
meters,
is.
turn left.
and it's for a car or something, or for, yeah, I think it's Ford that are doing it. So they've even got it wrong.
Well, who watched Disney films growing up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Did you see that as a segue there? Because Disney do Star Wars now. Segued.
they
See
do
that?
indeed.
Segways,
Yeah,
he's
very
done
good, very good.
Work. That's why he's on the Hammer Hub.
Who remembers the line? Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah?
Right. What is the line? Someone tell me the line, just off the top of your head.
Mirror, mirror on
It's
the wall, who's
mirror,
the
mirror
fairest
on the
of them
wall.
all?
Tell me, I
Yeah?
thought it was tell me who's the fairest of them all.
Yeah, that line doesn't exist either.
So what actually exists in that point?
You-
The line in the movie is magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Ah.
I
thought
never
it was
remember
gonna
the
be
term
other
magic
bit.
mirror.
No, yeah, I thought it was going to be the other bit that was wrong.
Okay, so that's another one, and then you've got who remembers the TV show with the four women that were utter tramps? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Cole's
Yeah.
got them all
Does everyone remember that?
downloaded. No, I haven't seen any of it, so I'm out on this one. Jim probably seen
Right, well-
Untold Man.
Right. So it's cold as
Bullshit.
Yeah. You said Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Right. Now, there was a poll. 90% of people said Sex and the City. It's Sex in the City. Yeah, I remember it as Sex and the City.
The silver screen.
Hardly the doppelganger you promised.
You having a laugh?
You
Hang
just
on.
said Sex and the City. If you scroll
I
back,
did, yeah, I did,
on
I
the
did.
stream.
I did say Sex
Sex-
and the City.
By the way,
Yeah,
Hang on, let me turn the light on.
head over to Broadway Village.
'Cause
he's
Sam's
got it on the
the
wall.
DVDs in here.
He's got the DVDs.
I like
Sam
the way
has
he
it.
goes, Sam's got them. Come on, just a minute, mate. A minute for the YouTube.
I bought them for her. They're in a shoebox.
I bought them.
Right, off to Broadway.
Sex and the City.
Sex
I can
and
show
the
you what-
City.
Yeah,
Right, well now let me tell you this here, right?
go on. I can send you a WhatsApp right now of the actual box set. It says Sex
Oh
and
no,
the
sorry,
City.
wait, I've got that round the wrong way. someone has got a picture somewhere of a DVD of it titled Sex in the City.
That's a, yeah,
And it's
that's
the
probably
original
just
cover,
porn.
there's no...
Untold Man's. Yeah, does anybody else know any other ones? Oh no, the Saw one for me is the biggest one. I was like, shit.
Right, there's... What about Forrest Gump?
Let's get everything set up.
Are you talking about Life is Like a Box of Chocolates?
Yes.
Look the part now.
Jenny.
Or Run.
Jenny.
Chased by a jet and escaped.
Right, so we all know the line, yeah?
Don't ask.
Go
You're
on.
as good as
Telling me
George
it's...
says.
You
gotta be the box
don't
of
have no
chocolates, yeah?
legs.
Hey, remember to
Yeah.
breathe.
Right, everyone say what they think the line is.
Life's like a
Together,
box of
ready?
chocolates.
Go.
Down
Because
there.
you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. The line isn't life is like a box of chocolates, it's life was. It says my mama said
But keep your
life
foot
was
down.
like a box of chocolate.
Cue pursuit vehicle.
Ah.
Go on.
But life is... I thought he said life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, I thought it was his.
Baddies in a
No,
jet
no.
plane, so what? You just keep
Life
that needle
was.
in the red. Maybe do some evasive maneuvers.
But in that effect there, is that not us making more sense of the sentence?
No?
And the baddies overshot you and your hero
I
is
think Life Is makes more sense than Life Is.
This is all good
Was.
stuff.
But no, because his mum was not alive in the film, so he talks
Yeah,
about
but
it in
he's-
past tense.
Yeah, yeah.
Talking though, isn't he?
Hill, then back down.
Yeah, he says, my mama always said life was like a box of
No,
chocolates.
he said.
So he's
"My
talking in the
mama
past
always
tense.
said."
The road's blocked off.
All right, I'll give you the last one that I know about, and I've read up a lot on this one. I'll have to talk about it properly. Has anyone ever heard of the Berenstein Bears or the Berenstein Bears?
No.
No.
Okay, I mean this is going back a long time. It says this popular children's book and television show series was loved by many for years. Anyone you ask will tell you that the way I spelled Bernstein or Bernstein Bears, Berenstein, Berenstein Bears, is the correct spelling. What if I told you that's wrong? That's right, it's actually called the Berenstain Bears, Berenstein. Yet there is merchandise with Berenstain Bears. But does anyone know why they claim this stuff happens? Does anyone know about the Mandela Effect properly?
No.
I'm such a nerd.
Just know Mandela Effect.
Well, I'm guessing it's some sort of alternate reality, or we're
Yeah, the
we're
claim
actually-
is
it's like the Matrix,
Make sure you save time.
in
leveled.
life.
Oh, Matrix is
Yeah,
one
they
of them,
claim that.
but I can't
Well, they
remember the line.
yeah.
What's the famous meme from the Matrix?
He's looking for new
It's about the pill, isn't it?
dirt racing series.
No,
Red and
no,
red
the
and
other
a blue
thing.
pill.
Do you know how? or
Follow the
something?
white
Oh,
rabbit.
I'm looking at it now.
What is it? It's a meme.
Oh, what if I told you?
Right, isn't even in the film.
Film.
What's that?
What if I told
It says
you?
in everyone knows. What if I told you everything you knew was a lie?
It's in the trailer, isn't it?
Nope,
It's not even in the film.
nope,
It's not in the film.
it's not. No,
What?
it's not, mate. Nope, it's not.
Turn around.
I can
when it
tell
is
you
safe
now.
to do so.
It's not. I can tell you what he said now.
Yeah, go on. Oh, I can't remember it.
It goes on for a while, but I'll read the first bit and I will send this to your WhatsApp for you, right? It's got here. Morpheus first says, "I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he's expecting to wake up." Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neo? Neo says no, and it goes on and on. Morpheus's lines, other than the long sentences, are, "Do you want to know what it is?"
That's the one. That's
Another
what it
one
says.
about, yeah, "Do you want to know what it is?" That's the line that everyone told you. Everything you knew was a lie.
Now, how mental is that?
That's a completely different sentence.
That's what I mean.
It's not even just like a word.
So the chance we could be in an alternate reality where we've led to believe this line, and now suddenly someone switched it. We've swapped reality at some point.
Neo. The Matrix is real.
This is some crazy shit. I've just opened you up to the world of Nige.
Okay. What about?
And it's
Well,
time to
I'm
say
gonna give you one more
goodbyes.
before I
Oh,
ex-
one more before we go.
Oh no, hang on. Can we have like 5 minutes so I can actually explain the Mandela Effect?
All right, 5 minutes. Go for it. For
Right,
you,
I'll have to
two
give you the
time.
last example.
Go on then.
I'm gonna have to give you the last example. Right, you've got who everyone remembers ET.
Yep, E.T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone
The
with a
extra
line with a
testicle.
finger.
Phone home.
E.T. phone home, yeah? That's the only line I remember.
Right, so well, apparently he was on his own looking at someone else and saying ET phone home with his finger lighting up, yeah?
Yeah.
In that scene, Gertie was there and she repeated it because you couldn't fully understand it from ET. Apparently. I mean, I haven't heard that one myself, that's just in the list of them. But, right, so the Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect is, physicians believe, like they're still trying to prove with this Hadron Collider, is that every decision you make in your life leads to an alternative universe. Like right now, me telling you about the Mandela Effect rather than not saying anything has now led me to a different dimension to what I was meant to travel if I'd have said something else. That's the idea behind it. So things you remember is apparently, I have to say apparently because you'll start shouting at me.
No,
Things you remember
a
are
calm
apparently
chat.
where you could have come from, say, the 211th dimension, whereas Michael has come from the 4006th. But you've both reached that point at the same time where your dimensions have now aligned, but you both remember two things differently. But to you, it is gospel. That is what happened. That's what you remember. And yet you can go back now and look, and it won't be what you remember. And your brain cannot comprehend that, which is why the human psyche cannot comprehend dimensions, because it will quite simply make our minds blow. And that is what they are trying to prove. Our genetic makeup cannot handle us. I mean, if you think about...
Are they trying to wipe out the human race then? They're trying to prove it, they're going to wipe us out.
Oh, we'll get to
Well,
that
this
one
is the
week,
thing,
Cole.
right? They do say that anyone who discovers the meaning of life will die the moment they discover the meaning of life.
Number 43.
Meters.
No, that was hacky sack. That's how many times he got it up, wasn't it?
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. But no, they claim that the minute you realise what the meaning of life
Turn
is
around.
the point where you die, because that is the point where you apparently realise everything in your life has been happening for this reason. Whether your reason is the same to Michael's or Jimmy's or mine, you have reached that point that we are all at now, doing this Let's Talk Conspiracy Theory. I don't know why I'm doing the fingers, no one can see them. We're doing the Let's Talk Conspiracy Theory, yet Cole, in another dimension, is playing for Leighton Orient in goal while stuffing a cheeseburger in his pants.
Good man.
That's any possibility that you can imagine you are doing in another universe. That is the reasoning behind the Mandela Effect. But like, it actually got the name because of Nelson Mandela being in prison when 57% of the nation remember him dying a lot younger than he did.
All right.
Like, I
that
personally,
was
when
the
someone
effort.
told me,
That was the government though, trying to make him sort of like, didn't want to free him, did they? So they... That
yeah,
weren't...
but I can still now, hand on heart, if I was on a lie detector test, I would hand on heart pass if I said to you that when I was younger, I watched Nelson Mandela's funeral. Like, and I'm talking like when I was a kid, because in my head, when someone told me he'd died, I said, yeah, fucking years ago, what's the matter with you? Like, to me, that was like, you're weird, what's the matter? But to everyone else, it's weird that I remember it a lot younger, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's also a way of rationalising people that claim this stuff, because there's no way of proving, but there is also no way of disproving this stuff.
Right, so
But yeah, that's the reasoning behind the Mandela Effect. So whenever you talk conspiracy theories and geeky stuff, you've got to expect me to be quite clued up.
yeah, next week you'll all know a lot earlier, so we're gonna have a bit more information. It was just a quick practice.
Who's choosing? Can I choose?
Yeah, send everybody a WhatsApp when you've decided. Right.
I will send you a WhatsApp with some things to read.
Thank you, Jim Diesel. Always as quiet as ever.
Turn
Thank you,
around.
Rage Monkey.
It's safe to do so.
He's going to
okay.
message me and
He
tell me
didn't
I'm
rage,
crazy.
so we're going to get rid of that name next week. Thank you, Hammersbank.
And I didn't argue. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having us.
And that's it for me. Anybody in the comments, put something down there. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
In
Thank you.
400 meters, turn right.
Do, 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 do.